What's up world, Reckless Yuki here, bringing you guys a fantastic product review of my friend's Vanguard, which is from GAEMS, and it's an upgraded version of the GAEMS Sentry, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, and because of that review, it motivated my friend to purchase this, so he's able to continue gaming when he's away from home. So it's a pretty nice product, I have to say. This is definitely something cool. It is $300 to $50 though, so that is a lot of money for this, but if you consider the fact that it is a really nice gaming monitor for you to use with very low latency, and it gives you the ability to be absolutely portable, overall I think it's a really good purchase if you can afford $350. And I have to say that the extra $100 price tag of this over the Sentry is definitely well worth it, so I'll get that out of the way from the beginning. Now, kind of going into the features of this product, if you look at the case has different graphics than the Sentry. It's the same size for the most part, except the handle is not retractable. It's kind of a fixed handle that gives almost an extra 2 inches, so that might be kind of on the borderlines as far as any TSA requirements, but I highly doubt anyone's ever going to stop you because the handle sticks up a little bit too far, so you should still be good with trying to carry this on through the airports. And the graphics of this unit is that of Halo 4, so if you don't like Halo, if you absolutely despise Halo, well, really the graphics aren't too flamboyant, and I think anyone can live with them. At least I certainly can. I'm not a I don't dislike Halo. I actually like playing Halo as well as Call of Duty, so it really doesn't affect me or bother me. And I think it's very nice that they don't put all those like lavish graphics or flamboyant graphics on there to begin with. So you have the choice of putting all that stuff on there if you want with the stickers that come with it. Now, kind of going over the functions of the case, besides the looks, is it has the security tabs, which just kind of click and lock in place, and it offers 2 points to put tiny little airport locks on, so that you don't need to worry about people kind of opening up without your knowing. And also it has these nice 2 points to put a shoulder strap there, which is very nice, and the shoulder strap is included. And I have to say, if you plan on locking this up and thinking that it's good to go, keep in mind that this is a portable unit, so anyone can just grab it and walk away, so definitely don't leave this out of your sight, especially since you're not just going to have the $350 case, you're going to have your however much money console inside, plus like maybe your controllers and whatnot, so really someone could walk away with almost $1,000 of your stuff. So definitely keep an eye on it, don't let it out of your sight, and definitely don't just check this in. I highly recommend not checking this in, because even though the case is pretty sturdy, I've seen what the baggage claim people do to luggage, and it doesn't matter if it's something that is as ratty as something like like an old Walmart duffel bag, or if it's something that says Louis Vuitton on it. They will toss and throw that stuff around like any other bag. So they will definitely toss and throw this around, even though that would be very unfortunate if you do check this in and they toss it around. You might possibly get it back broken, so just to kind of prevent that headache, don't check it in, always carry it on. Now, one cool thing about this case is it comes with this little flap here to adjust the viewing angle of the screen, so if you want the screen to kind of fall back a little bit more, because you might be sitting above, like you might be sitting at like a short desk or something, you kind of can have that kept in. Or if you want to make sure that the screen is about a 90-degree angle, like kind of facing right at you, if the whole unit is like up to your chest, well then you just flip that tab out and it'll be like at a 90-degree face on to you, so it's pretty nice. And as well, they have the rubber pads on the bottom and on the back so that it won't slide around wherever you have it set, so you don't need to worry about it sliding off the table or something. Now, the foam base pad is single-sided, and unlike the Sentry, it is not advertised to work with the original Xbox 360. It is only advertised to work with the Xbox 360 Slim and the PlayStation 3 Slim, so if you're rocking the original Xbox 360, or possibly the original PlayStation 3, or the PlayStation 3 Super Slim, or a Wii U, it may possibly not work, but I was able to test it out with the original PS3 and the Wii U, so later on in the video I'll kind of show you guys to see if that will work or not. The power cord is definitely an upgrade from the Sentry. It's very nice to see that they kind of probably took extra precautions to make sure that you won't have some sort of weird electrical surge that will fry the monitor. So they have this like nice little brick here that kind of gives me a warm fuzzy, and it should give you a warm fuzzy to make sure that you're able to plug this in freely without too much of a worry. The HDMI cable that comes with this is very short and is the perfect length for this setup, so if you just have your console there hooked up to the little monitor, you're able to just have it installed all times when you like open or close the case without really worrying about it being damaged. but the HDMI cable is not gold plated and doesn't have a high speed rating written on the cable itself, which is kind of a downgrade from the Sentry, but in all honesty it's not necessary because any HDMI cable, as long as it's below 10 feet, is absolutely the same. It doesn't matter if it costs $500 or $3, it's all the same digital signal, so as long as you receive the signal, it'll be absolutely the same. So that's what I have to say about the HDMI cable. Now the two accessory bags that come with this are very nice, just like the Sentries, where they're nice and padded, high quality material, and they are able to zip shut so the contents of the bag won't fall out through any sort of transportation of the unit. But one thing I didn't really like about it is that they aren't velcroed in place, but I'm thinking that's probably something that they notice people don't really use as far as the velcro support. They probably just put the contents in the bag and threw it in there and considered it good, so they felt that having that extra support as far as velcro is unnecessary, so I think they just kind of cut it out when they made the Vanguard. Now the shoulder strap that comes with this is super nice. That UNSC logo there is pretty sharp looking, I have to agree, and the curvature of the shoulder strap is meant to kind of fit your shoulder very nicely, so it kind of minimizes the chance of it slipping off. And the padding of the shoulder strap is very comfortable, so the whole weight of the unit with the console inside, definitely like that little padding there is definitely a must, and it rests nice and secure on the shoulder, so no worries there. Another feature this offers that didn't come with a Sentry is they give you a small little remote control, which is very nice. Let's say you're sitting in a hotel room and you're kind of sitting away from your monitor, but you want to watch something like Netflix. You don't have to get up and kind of adjust the volume or do anything with the monitor. You have this nice little remote control here where you could adjust the brightness, the volume, change any sort of color settings you possibly want. So it's definitely not necessary, but it's something to allow the lazy to continue being lazy. And for all you hardcore Halo fans, if you really want to deck this out with all sorts of Halo 4 insignias and whatnot, you are able to with the supplied sticker pack, which I didn't personally use, but if you want it, it's there. Now this is what it will look like with the Xbox 360 Slim strapped in and all the stuff in the accessory bags ready to go. And if we lock this up, I'm going to kind of shake it around and kind of show you guys how secure it is in there, and to kind of show you guys that there isn't really anything really clanking around. So if you do pack it up and you're ready to go to move out or kind of go on your trip, you don't really need to worry too much about anything really shaking or kind of damaging anything. It stays inside pretty secure. I also have to say that the points at which the shoulder strap secures at are pretty tough and durable, so you don't really need to worry about having to worry about breaking any point as far as where the shoulder strap's strapped in. And with me bouncing around like I am doing now, I'd say that you're not really going to hurt it too much. Now the PlayStation 3 Fat will fit in here without the foam base pad, but it doesn't fit as secure as it did to the Sentry due to the slight differences in the actual hard plastic case. But if you strap it in and put the straps down as tight as you possibly can, it will sit in there secure enough so you don't really need to worry about anything bouncing around and damaging the screen. But as far as it kind of wiggling around, it will continue to wiggle around, but that's not anything to be concerned with. So if you have a PlayStation 3 Fat and you want to use this for that, you will be able to. Now for your Wii U guys who want to use the Wii U with your Vanguard, you won't be able to with the straps as they come because the contact points of the Velcro will not meet up. The straps are a little bit too long for the Wii U since it is a smaller system. But I'm sure with a little modification with where the Velcro contacts in, or maybe an additional kind of strip of Velcro, will allow you to make this work. And also with the Wii U, the ventilation ports won't be obstructed with the straps in any way, so you will be able to use your Wii U without any worries of it heating up, as far as I can tell, as long as you just do a little bit of modifications with the straps. Now to get into the actual monitor, which is one of the major things about this product. And the 19 inches is definitely a huge plus over the 15.5 inches that the Sentry provided. I felt that the 15.5 inches was just way too small to happily game with this sort of a setup. So this 19-inch screen is definitely worth the extra $100 that you get with the Vanguard. And also having the matte finish on the screen is a huge plus. I feel that it is an absolutely necessary thing, especially for something that is portable. You might not always be in the ideal situation to game as far as lighting, but with the matte screen you don't need to really worry about anything as far as glare too much. At least the glare is really minimized. As you see here, I tested this out as far as in the same position as I did with the Sentry, and there isn't really any like reflections coming off the screen, so huge major plus with this. So I'm absolutely happy with the screen, and if I was only gaming on this, if I didn't have my 24-inch monitor, if this is all I had, I really wouldn't be at a loss. I would be perfectly happy with this. I have to say confidently that if I wanted something that was portable and that this was my option of picking something, then I would not be unhappy with it in any way. And the sound quality of this is pretty nice. Like, I have to say, I only had the volume on this thing halfway, and it was definitely loud. And I'll kind of give you guys a test of it right now.
He's done.
So as you guys see, the quality of the speakers are pretty nice, and I gave you guys the taste of what the speakers can do with the with my kind of boom mic on my camcorder. So it wasn't just like the crappy whatever mic that comes with a camcorder. This was actually a decent Audio-Technica mic like I had in the Sentry. So it kind of gives you a real kind of feeling for what you can expect with this sort of a setup. And if that's not really something that you can handle, if you really need to have your headphones or whatever, there are two audio jacks in the monitor itself, as well as there's plenty of room behind the console to hook up your Astro Mix amp or whatever sort of headset you have that has the Dolby Digital's 7 point whatever or the 5 point whatever surround sound. So you do have plenty of options, but unfortunately due to the size, the compact size of this, you're not really going to be able to pack up anything extra. So having this with a backpack, if you want to have any sort of extra gaming peripherals, is definitely a must. Now, as far as the display quality of the monitor, I haven't really found any hard numbers or any hard facts, especially even on GAEMS website. But I did kind of do some Google searching, and I kind of read that it was slightly better than 720p, but wasn't quite up to 1080p. And if you have a console, it might register as 1080p. But really, with a screen this small, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't able to tell a real difference, so I think the quality of the screen is good. I have to say, I wasn't unhappy with it in any way. Also, for you guys who are really big into the absolute minimum amount of latency you could possibly have with any sort of visual display, I did do a latency test with this, and the link is in the description below. So if you want to check out the latency test to see how it did compared to other monitors, just to kind of give you a good idea, this was phenomenal. Like, it performed just as well as any other really high-end gaming monitor as far as the lowest latency. But if you want to see the actual test, definitely click the link below to go to that video. And so overall, my final thoughts on this product, I have to say, definitely a must buy. If you have the possibility of getting a Sentry for Christmas, or if you're just going to get a Sentry for yourself, definitely try and splurge the extra $100 for the Vanguard, because I think just the screen alone, I don't care about anything as far as the like visual graphics of the case itself or any of the other things that might come with it, like a remote or a shoulder strap. The main focus is the extra size screen with the matte finish, so you're not going to have a whole lot of glare. Is, I think, definitely a must, and to me is well worth $100. Now, that is a lot of money, but if you're going to be spending that amount on this sort of a product anyway, it's best to spend the extra 100 to ensure that you get something that will be definitely well worth it, and you won't have any regrets once you get this. At least I definitely would not have any regrets if this was mine personally. So, and I'm sure you guys are probably very curious just to see how well I do in this match, so I'm just gonna fast forward to the end right now. And there you guys have it, 31-9. I believe that's what that says. So this is definitely a very good performing monitor. I don't have any complaints once again. So thank you guys for watching, and have a pleasant day.